Hey there, just a quick reminder, this is a recording of a stream I did on Twitch. If you like this and want more live content, come join the chat and the great community over on Twitch. I stream every week Monday, Friday and Sundays, or follow me on my socials for any changes or extra streams. Okay, thanks, and here's the video. You've put on socks, but your floor is still cold. Shoes, I recommend shoes. Guys, come on, I need coffee and my brain isn't working. Help me, what am I making? Remember, we got the espresso machine, we got an AeroPress. We have the French or the pour over. Also, so I've got these pre-ground stuff. Oh, you can't see, I'm on the wrong bloody camera. You got the pre-ground stuff. It's actually not all right. It's not too bad is what I meant to say. I'm not with it. Winter edition. Don't know why it makes it winter edition. It's got a pine cone on the cover. Could mean anything, couldn't it? That won't go in the espresso. It's not ground finely enough. But it's pre-ground, so we could do some of that. I still got some of the Taylors, and then I've got other assortments that I got for Christmas. So we could try one of those. It's 17C in your room. Could be, I mean, that's pretty decent, B. Have they sorted the heating out yet in your room? Espresso. Trickster's voting for an espresso. Would you like to pick a bean? We could do a dialing in of the, you would not. Well, guess I'm just having hot water then. Right, well, if we're not doing espresso, I'm putting that away because that's not espresso. I also still have coffee bags that we need to use up. We've still got the Taylors. That's the one we were doing last week, which I did manage to dial in first try. First try. So, yeah. You've turned on the space heater. Good idea. I'm gonna pick for you then. Now we're going for the Machu Picchu. Go away, you guys. Get in there. We're gonna go for a Machu Picchu from Peru, surprisingly. Full-bodied with dark chocolate overtones. It doesn't give me any more information. It really doesn't. It is not even saying whether it's like medium dark roast. It's just it's a 4 on the scale, which traditionally you would think, hey, that's a medium. It's not. It's going to be dark. Sorry about the rustling. Ugh. Right, let's. Oh yeah, see. That's a dark roast, really. None of this medium crap. Right, hey, look, you can see everything I'm doing in that bottom right corner. Should I make that bigger? Do you want that? Do you want the overhead view bigger? I don't know where we'd stick it. If I do, no, God, that's horrible. Oh God, Paul. Yeah, that's not bad. We don't need to see the espresso machine yet. I'll move it. God, this HDMI cable's at its length. That'll do. Yeah, cool. This is using the cheap little GoPro 3 Plus that I've got here. It's also got the battery pack on, so I'm wondering how long it'll actually last. Can you see the numbers? You can't see oh, you can sort of see the numbers. Not that you need to see numbers, I'm literally just pouring out 20 grams. or a little bit more than that. Oops. Yeah, there we go. Right, stick that there. Anyway, how's everyone's weekend been? Yesterday, what did I do yesterday? Oh, yesterday I tried to be productive and failed miserably because the shops didn't have anything I needed. Right, so I'm just did a quick spray of just pure water in the, let me get that in the right way, here we go, into the beans to remove any static. So it's just one quick little spray, you can put a drop in and then you just shake it around so it gets like an even coating of like water, and that removes the static for the grinder. Putting the grinder on, ooh, I'm gonna go with 3. Yeah, 3. It's a dark roast. That might actually be too much. For those of you keeping track at home on the numbers on my grinder. And then this is the part where it gets a little bit loud. Apologies. Should probably dust your desk before you place everything back. Yeah, it might be a good idea. Your weekend was long. It was, because you were travelling. And it wasn't a great flight or train journey, I hear. Right, let's prepare. Okay. Oh yes, there's some dark chocolate in that. Oh yes. Smells very nice, very, very nice. Right. So 20 grams in. Oh, that's a bit sticky. Yeah, so I don't know if you can see. Oh, I got a top-down view now, Paul. What are you doing? Can you see how sticky it is in the corners? I know this is a square container, but it's not usually that sticky in the corners. So that's static, mainly. It could be oily as well. That tends to make things stick as well. But that's mainly static. So if I hadn't sprayed it, it would be much worse. So I might need 2 sprays next time. Right. Oh, it's even sticking to the... Oh, that's oil. That is oily. Oh, yes. Oh. So what the water may have done is hit some of the oily surface of the bean and made things 100 times worse. Yeah, that's covered. Great. Great. All right, give it a quick tap. You see this? Oh, you can't see this. Oh, have I? Oh, you can, sort of. I need to refine the... I can probably reduce that. You don't need to see the top there, do you? There you go. Need to obviously that camera, if it's stuck on with blue tack, will not be staying in that position. No way in hell. Right, but it will be like underneath here. It'll be on the shelf here somewhere, and then pointing down. So we give it a quick. I'll do this in the camera actually. Quick once over with the distribution tool, which breaks up any big clumps, especially if it's very sticky, which this seems to be. There we go. I might have to do it again because this little thing has a lip on it, which means that then, as you can see, a little channel on the outside appears, which I can just distribute around and even out and give it one more whack. Right, and now we're doing a tamping. Can you see that? I don't know. No, okay, hold on, I can... That's the sound the camera makes. Oh, you can only just see it, okay. Give it the pressure. There we go. Nice and flat. Might need a little light from the top here, mightn't I? Is it better if I turn this light on? Oh God, everything's got orange. Oh, that is much better if I do that. There you go. I'm not gonna have that light on all the time. Right. So now we're ready, obviously put the puck screen on. Now we're ready to switch over to here. So I suppose I could hide this, couldn't I? For now. And then there we go. I've just realised this light isn't on, which probably isn't helping things. There we are. That's slightly better. For once, I actually struggled with pressure in the plane. Oof. Oof. Especially if you can't get rid of it by doing the old nose trick. That is horrible. Right, I'm going to do a flush, which cools it down. Gonna go get some milk while that does that. I don't know if you can still hear me. Very far away. There we go. Did you hear me? I don't know if you heard me. I was in the kitchen talking to myself. And can you still hear me? That's the important thing. You can. Good. Good stuff. Hey! Oh, I can't play. Oh, I can play, I suppose. There you go. Can't play for long, though. Playing Pokemon in a bit. He's very confused because I got the door open. Right. We're going to... Oop, there we go. How's that looking? That's not very good, is it? Wait for the machine to heat up and then, hey Google, set timer for 25 seconds. And we'll kick it off. Now this will either be, I reckon this will be slow. Oh no. Oh, that's a bit fast. It's a bit fast. Only a teeny bit fast. Stop, Google. Thank you. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Usually, it's like to a little bit lower than that after 25 seconds. And obviously 25 seconds like the minimum. So if you go over that, that's fine. I would go 30 seconds easily and be happy with it. Also, there's debates on when you start timing. Hello, look who it is. Oh, I've got, look, Neo, come here. Come here. Come here, come here, come here, right here. Come here. All right, wait, whoa, oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh, there's a doggo. Can you see the doggo? You can see the doggo. There's a doggo. He's very confused. Look up here. Who's this? There we go. Oh. There we are. Anyway, right, so while that settles slightly, which is perfectly fine for espresso to do, don't listen to anyone who says otherwise. Ooh. I'm going to froth some milk. Let's get some frothing on the go. Right. So, oh, I wonder if I can get will the camera pick up that? Oh, just about. So right at the bottom there, hold on, let me move this front and, let's move it there. Can I extend this at all? There we are. You can see the, right at the bottom there is my frothiness, and you'll see the technique I'm doing, hopefully. Yeah, it's not bad, not bad. So, start frothing, get the bubbles in the top. Make lots of bubbles. And then when you're happy, then you plunge it deeper and you get that heat. So I got a thermometer here, but you can also do it by feel. And then you're swirling the milk, which is why it's at an angle and deep inside. And that's breaking down the oh, there you go. That's the sound you want. And then it's in the froth zone on the thermometer. And there you go. That's what you need. So what's that doing? That breaks down the big bubbles into the microfoam that you traditionally want. Right. Let's build this. So I'm going for this cup.
Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Oh, Geek got bonked. I knew someone would pick up on that. All right, there we go. Here we go. Let's get some nice. Make sure it all drips out. Again, this one was a little fast, so I'm expecting it to be not perfect, but hey. And then, I don't know if this is going to work on camera, but I've put too much milk in this, so come on. Let's get some froth in there. No, that was too much milk. So, not great, but hey. Maybe I'll put some froth up on top after I drink it. Not bad, it's not bad. Go back to here. I don't know how, but my headphones cable always tangles, even though I'm taking it off my head and literally placing it down. Every damn time. You're in need of cable management. Oh, I'm going to redo my cable management soon, B. But I have like lots of stuff for cable management. Yeah, so also I've added the muff to. Don't laugh at that. I've added the muff to the microphone in the hope that it cuts down a little bit on the surrounding noise. But yeah, I have a 5-meter HDMI cable which apparently doesn't work. I got 2 of them. One of them's for that camera, and the other one was supposed to be for this camera for moving about. And it just won't. It doesn't seem to work. So I need to test it, see if it. But that's why this camera is unable to move, because the next nearest one is, I'm gonna say 1.5 meters. Anyway, coffee. Cheers. That's very hot. Bitter. Getting some bitterness. Yeah, that wasn't quite right. I've just seen the picture of your desk being Discord. Please clean that. Is that dust? Yes, it is. Please, please, for the love of God. Hey, that's the same colour of my desk, isn't it? Why? Why? You're cleaning it. Good. The problem with black and dark desks is it shows the dust very easily. You're in Lewis and Cooper's, but refrain from getting more gross coffee. Oh, well, if you go again, could you get me, please, could you get me the one that tastes like black currants, I believe. The Columbia one. Yeah, Columbia. Please, if you do go again. Yeah, they're in like a dark navy blue black coffee bag, yeah. I mean, all of them were good, but the Columbia was my favourite. That's not a bad one. We're gonna let that sit, and we're gonna do another, because why not? I'm gonna keep the milk on the warming pad, and hope that I can just reuse that. But let's go again. No, I need to hold on. Wet my cloth. Need a damp cloth for the clean the milk thing. There we go. Right. Let that drain for a second. Finally gonna have to drag my ass into Paul's weird coffee Discord. Para, are you not in the Discord? To be fair, we're in like 4 Discords together, so. I'm fully aware that I am part of a community that basically just has 4 or 5 Discords for the one community that we all share. But yes, welcome to the Discord. We talk about coffee and Pokemon. That's basically it. Joe, your live notification didn't come through. I even said, to be fair, I said I was going to be late. That's fair. But welcome on in. It's Joe. Have some milk and this. I can't hear him. Right, we've just done an espresso, Joe, with some store-bought beans. And we're just dialing it in. It's all right. I frothed some milk and then didn't get any of the actual frothy part of the milk in the cup because the cup's too small. I need to get like a bigger cup for cappuccinos. These are good for Americanos and stuff, but I need a. I mean, I could do it in my big mug. It's just not as good. I need a specific cappuccino mug. Anyway, I'm gonna go empty the basket. You can't see. I was gonna say you have Neo here. Neo, take over the stream. Hold on. We can sort this. Neo. Oh, let me hide that one. Take over the stream. Ignore my feet. You good? Did you do it? Did you work the crowd? Oh, you heard this? You heard the whacking. Okay, the range of this mic is weird. Anyway, he's now wandered off. He's done his halftime show. Oh, you want to play? Okay, there. There we go. He's very needy right now. Faint thwacking sounds. Desk has been cleaned. We are very proud of you. Very proud of you. Are you pacing up and down, doggo? You're a bit confused, aren't you? Because I'm talking to myself. I mean, I do that a lot. Right, so let's do another run. Oh, you can't see that. I've turned off the top-down view. Bow. Let me remind you, I still have a spare camera, and I have no idea what I'm going to do with that one yet. I think that one's going to be the Lego cam. Yeah, I think that one's going to be the Lego cam. The camera that got bought and turned out to be the wrong model, they have thankfully accepted a return. So I'll be sending that back tomorrow. Right, I'm not going to spray this one and see if there's a difference in static. Yeah, that is, I'm going to clean that out. Because it could have been oily. They don't look oily, but it could have been oily. Mount it on the grinder. I mean, I could have one like right here on the espresso machine so I get the proper action shot. I could do that now probably. I have enough cables. If this cable worked, this fucking 5-meter cable, if it worked, I would be able to do that. I'm hoping I can get it working. I don't know why that one isn't working and the other one is. They're the same cable. Anyway, rant over. Let's do a grind. 20 grams going in. Right, so that one was a little fast. I'm going to drop it down to a 2. Just one step. And loud. Yeah, so one will be here above the desk, and I think I might use that one for the VR stuff, because it'll have a good wide view. But then, also, this is... I don't know if you can hear me. I'm hoping you can hear me. But this is something I need to discuss with you guys, I guess, is this camera here is going to be replaced. And I'm wondering if, because this is mounted on top of the monitor right now, whether I move it, because it's going to have a proper mount on the desk. Like, is higher better? Is off to the side better? Is more central and lower better? You know, things like that. So we might have a little bit of play about. Byron, how's it going? Sorry you're late. You don't have to be sorry you're late. I know I made fun of Joe earlier for being late, but I was late myself. He had a rush a Tesco order for tomorrow night. Ooh, what tasty, tasty food did you get? Thomas, it's the D, Thomas. Welcome on in. We're doing another espresso. We're trying to dial in some shop bought coffee. Ooh, you can't quite see that. Machu Picchu from Cafe Direct. We did one, it came out a little fast, so we're trying another. Still tastes all right. I'll drink any coffee, really. Right. can't quite see that. Let me turn on the overhead light. Oh, no. You still can't quite see that. This one is just as sticky as the other one. Yeah, I would say that hasn't really helped. Adding the water didn't help in that one. The previous one, I mean. It is, and it's just as sticky on the funnel. Jesus. This is just really sticky stuff. I can see a layer of oil is left. It's very oily stuff by the looks of it. I've had oilier. Is that oilier? Oilier? Is that it, or is it more oily? Right, what I'm doing here is I'm trying to break up the big clumps. Because it's quite sticky. There might be a few big chunks. And you don't want big chunks because then water can't get through it and it goes around it, making channels. Channels are bad because then you have water going one way more than others, and then it over extracts those areas and under extracts the bits it didn't quite hit. Which means you don't get a very consistent taste. There we go. Right, tamping time. Straight down, nice and firm, perfectly flat. So this one will take a little bit longer to pull. I might not time it. Well, I suppose I could time it. Right, let's do a flush first while I change cameras. Also, might as well wash out the thing. Meat, veg, and cheese. Also appears eggs are in short supply. Yes, they certainly are. Especially around here as well. I only know one shop which seems to have lots of eggs. All the other shops are like always empty of eggs. But that's bird flu for you. Still cable spaghetti. Oh, B. Cable ties. Cable ties are your friend. So what I've got here, before we get into this, we've got time. Wait for it to heat up. I got this black stuff. It's a snake. It's just a tube, but it's like a netting tube which wraps. So netting, but it wraps around itself. So it can, it can change diameter and stuff. And that's what I have basically holding everything together. And it also means that you can have like cables come out halfway in the middle. Really useful. Really useful. As you would have seen 2 weeks ago, B. Parents are napping, so I've escaped. Nice. I want you to bring some eggs back when I return. Loads of really good eggs here. Yes, sure. You got a Dunkin' ad before the coffee stream. Is that because I was gifted Dunkin' Donuts coffee this week, and it is on its way. So we got that to look forward to. I also have 2 gifts from you guys that I need to try. Also, hey Andy, how's it going? Right, we're doing an espresso. We're dialing in Cafe Direct's Machu Picchu. Seems a little bit oily. We've done one already, came out a bit fast. It wasn't too bad, just a teeny bit fast. So we're doing one more on the old espresso machine. Let's give that a go. Hey Google, set timer for 25 seconds. That's much slower. Much slower. That's more like it. So we're now at the end of the 25 seconds, but again, might have timed that a bit too quickly. Stop. Thank you, Google. And then, wow. So that was nearer 30, maybe just pushing a bit past 30, which is much better for a poll. But there you go. I'm going to let that settle for a minute or so. You need to move more cables every other week. You can have one monitor for both your laptop and PS4. Oh, yeah. Maybe you should put a monitor on your throne, B. Another monitor. Or some sort of... Is your PS4 in the same room? Because you could just get like a HDMI switcher or something. I feel like I could get my cable sorted, then I have to install something. Yeah, that's what I was doing with the capture card. The capture card is the one thing I had to keep unplugging and stuff. I need a new monitor, a new main monitor, because I want to have it desk mounted, like, so it's not, because it's currently actually sat on a cardboard box, because this monitor doesn't have VESA mounting, which is kind of annoying. So I want a new monitor. Might as well have an upgrade as well. And then I'll also mount the side ones because they're not mounted at the moment. And that means I have more desk stuff. Then I can sort the cables out better. That's my plan. You're getting through 15 eggs a week. Holy moly. That's a good amount of eggs. Andy hasn't slept yet. Oh, why haven't you slept yet? You didn't sleep. Oh. Please go sleep. Right, we are, so that one, what are we doing? Apart from almost destroying that camera. Let me turn the other camera back on. I need to sort buttons and everything for all this stuff. There we go. So there is the espresso. Lovely crema on top. Now I know this one's going to be slightly better, so I'm going to have a taste black. Oh, it smells sweeter. You need to buy your new camera. You do! You do, B. You were gifted so many things. Stream upgrade, stream upgrade. You need to switch it between HDMI cable, capture card. Oh yeah, okay, it needs to go between capture card. Oh yes, and your laptop doesn't have enough USB ports. Good point. I keep forgetting that. So we need to buy B a super duper gaming setup to avoid all these problems. Ed, how's it going? Can we get some more camera angles? Well, if you're gonna be snarky, I can certainly put another camera on the go. Yes, I know I'm doing this for a bit, but it's totally worth it. Oh, why wouldn't you get in? Get in. There we go. I'm going to call this one the, let me see, hold on. New capture device. No, it's not that one. It's this one. There we go. Action shot. Oh. Why are you displaying things on the screen? I need to sort this camera out. Oh, double audio. Yep, I forget I need to do that. Bing bang. There we go. More camera angles requested. It's not a bad coffee. It's all right. It's a little bit bitey. There, you happy now? You happy? We can get an up, because we got the top down view. We could have the bottom up view. There we go. You asked for this. Anyway, I still haven't configured this camera. Turn off. Thank you. What are we doing? I just blow my nose. Oh, it must have been a horrible view. Bird's eye view. Bird's eye view. Yes, it's a bird's eye view. Perfect. And what have I missed? Pancakes? Who's making pancakes? Oh, Joe's making pancakes. Joe's always making pancakes. I swear, you like every week it's pancakes. I mean, no shame. I'm kind of jealous. Ed's right though. Shame on you for not sharing with us. You'd love to build your own PC sometime once you've moved out. Once you've moved out, yeah. I'm gonna add the rest of this milk on top of this, or froth, I guess. So that's kind of. I can't remember if that would be a macchiato, like a modern macchiato, or a cortado. Can't remember the ratio is off the top of my head right now. Gonna become a 360 view streamer. The fourth unintentional cam of the FU cam for sure. Mug mounted cam, yes. Yes. I should have one on my forehead so you can see what I'm seeing. So it's. Hammy, how's it going? Joe did suggest we put a camera in the grinder. I think that might be a bit dangerous. I could get one of those endoscopic cameras, couldn't I? Like somehow feed it in. You make pancakes for your wife on Sundays. Yes, like a hero. Like a hero, Joe. But you also get pancakes yourself, I assume. Is there a waffles option? Oh, I hope so. It's Sunday, you've got nothing to do today. That sounds like a good Sunday to me, Hammy. I got two coffees here. Yeah, that I'm gonna say that coffee there is not very good for espresso. I mean, both of those have come out a little bit horrible. Might have to work on that a bit during the week. Let me tidy up a little bit here. Did someone make the Paul STL thing? Yes, it was a gift from Geek. I think for my birthday. Someone made it. It's out of wood. She commissioned it. It's very, very good. Someone also made in the background here. She also commissioned this, which is my my name in the Pokemon font, and that up there, my logo, was painted by Geek. It's really well made. It is really well made. Yeah, I love it. I need to figure out where I'm going to put it. I think I'm rearranging this whole setup. Like the espresso machine might move here, like to the left, so I have more area to work with. So that might like then go on the wall here, let's say. Or it might go above the espresso machine, like there. I don't know. I don't know. We will see. Anyway, I'm going to boil the kettle. And we're going to measure out. And yeah, you can see. We measure out 14 grams. Pretty much bang on. Of this Machu Picchu. Alright, that's going into the grinder. We're going to do an AeroPress. AeroPress. It's going to be a bit loud for a short second. What's painted? Oh, you cut. This thing here. It doesn't. It looks darker than it is. It's my logo. Right, paper filter in. How's that looking? Can you see in that? You can, that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I could probably put it there, to be fair. Yeah, it's very sticky coffee, as we discovered earlier. She also commissioned the mug, which is my logo on a mug. It is not proper merch. You love the setup. I love it too. This camera's going to move a little bit. It's going to go a little bit further left. Right. So we're just going to literally fill this all the way to the top. And then put the plunger in, and then we'll wait for 2 minutes. Give it a stir, and then maybe wait for another minute or so. But as you can see on this camera, it's just because that's watertight. It is keeping all the water in here, all the coffee's mixing with the water. You know, as nice resin oils are technical for thickness of coffee. I think it's just been dark roasted. So it's a dark roast. It's not super dark, but it's a dark roast. And the more you roast coffee beans, the oils inside the bean come out, and they tend to be on the outside. It basically it exposes the oils a bit more. A lighter roast, they're still inside a bit more, which is why you have to grind a bit finer. What you'll find is like in like a Starbucks's roast and stuff like that, they're super dark and they're really oily to touch. You can actually like feel the oil. So I think these are just like on the edge of just being dark enough for that to be too like a little bit of an issue. They don't feel super oily, but I can see it. I don't know if I can show that. So these are definitely a darker roast, but they're not the like super Italian dark. And they don't feel oily, but I guess as I'm grinding it, that oil is coming out a bit, which is why it gets a little sticky. In my experience anyway. Sometimes they're sticky because it gets staticky from the grinding process. But at the start, I was spraying some water on to counteract the static, and it didn't quite do it. Apologies, you cannot really see me while I'm doing this because I haven't raised the desk. I should probably get rid of that camera, shouldn't I? I didn't plan this very well. There we go. Have I tried ghee butter? No, I haven't tried the ghee butter yet. Tend not to like bitter coffee. It depends how it's being done, because that sounds like it just hasn't been extracted right. Anyway, let's give this a... I think I've said this before, but coffee... If you're getting a bad coffee, like bitter or sour, then you need to adjust it, because you're over extracting, you're under extracting, you're doing something wrong. And there's so many variables in coffee, there's depending on the method, there's the temperature, there's the grind level, and that's all affected by the roast level. It's a science. It's a science. Right, that's the AeroPress done. There we go. I'm going to give that a taste. Sorry for the slurps. Again, that's still... I actually don't like this coffee. It's too dark. It tastes burnt sometimes. It's mass produced, so have a good look, B. I don't know if that's me. I'm gonna put some milk in it. That'll probably again, like you can put sugar and you can put milk in. You can put some salt in to counteract bitterness as well. All these things, it's they if you don't like the bitterness, you can add these things in. Sweetness and saltiness will counteract that. You could have it watered down a little bit more. There's various things you can do. This one I don't think is very good. I don't think these are very good beans. But yeah. Right, I'm gonna go get some milk for this. You might continue to hear me as I walk through here, but I'm not sure. Make sure the dog's okay. Oh, he's sleeping. He's sleeping. Dog's sleeping. Yeah, so I've only put like a drop of milk in just to counteract that. That's already more palatable. And I can taste more of the actual underlying flavors rather than just the burnt roast of it. This is definitely not one for espresso. And I would argue that AeroPress is probably the finest you want to go with this one. Maybe we try a pour over or a French press next week with these and see. There's also other factors, whether it's gone off or
you know, how long ago they were roasted. The problem with mass-produced and store-bought things like this is you have no idea how long ago that was roasted. You know, you should ideally something should be roasted within the last 2 weeks, and then it's perfect. Because again, you don't want it roasted and then you try it the same day either. It needs time to breathe after the roasting as well. It needs, depending on the roast level, it needs somewhere between, I think, 4 to 10 days. For the optimum flavors. This is what I understand anyway. This is what I've read.